Mechanical system, pipe insulation for hot and cold water copper pipes, foam insulation exposure 3, foam insulation exposure 4, insulation for vents, for insulation, open cell foam spray material. Usually for this inspection we're gonna request first beforehand the foam insulation certificate which states the R value per inch of the specified material. In this case, a spray foam. So now we install the measurement device. This is a needle that has 6 inches measurable length. We have, as you can see, more than 6 inches here. We can see the installation for the PVC. We can see the red fire stopping material. Fire stopping so you don't have smoke. In the case of the fire, you don't have smoke coming up from 16th floor to 16th floor here. Vantage, this is the part of the mechanical system. This is part of the sprinkler system installation, sprinkler system inspection. In this case, for a sprinkler head, we need to verify that construction is as per drawings with as many heads as stated on the drawings they had to install. In this case, for this apartment, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes you have you had the 2 cases here. You have one facing downward, one facing sideways. So that is also specified in the drawings if it is facing forward or facing sideways. So as well you have to inspect that, how many sprinkler heads, the sizes of the piping, fire stopping, fire blocking, so you don't have smoke traveling from one room to the next one in the same floor. For this inspection, we're gonna take at least 2 measurements from each exposure. Let's take exposure 3. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Exposure 4. We have here. We use the needle. Inserted more than 5 inches, more than 6. Pipe insulation for hot water on the bathroom. Sprinkler heads. Exposure 3. Let's take exposure 4. Sorry. Let's take another measurement here. 6 inches. Exposure 1. Exposure 1 is the one facing the street, where is the address. So we have 125th Street address. So exposure 1 is any face facing 125th. So exposure 1 is depending on the size, on the what square you are related to this exposure 1. So exposure 2 would be this side. Exposure 3, the back side of the building, the rear side. Exposure 4 would be the last closing square perimeter wall. Let's take another measurement in exposure 1. Good. Mechanical system, fire stopping. insulation for cold water piping system. Piping. You can see the mechanical system before they are covered by, before they are covered by the wall membranes, gypsum membranes in this case. So we have a fully completed installed mechanical system here as well. You can see more than 6 inches here as well. We can see New York over there. Recovering after the snow. All right, let's keep going. Sprinkler heads for this apartment, how many would be? For this apartment it would be you don't have sprinkler heads in the bathroom, never. They don't install in the bathroom because you have water over here, so one sprinkler head and two, one sideways. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is exposure 2, sorry. Exposure 3. So we have 125th, exposure 1, exposure 2, and exposure 3. The rear of the building is exposure 3. 1, 2, 1. One sprinkler head in this bathroom. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the most small apartment with 8 sprinkler heads. It's a lot. All right. This is 16th floor. The elevator, the construction elevator is right here in the rear of the building. Let's take a measurement here, exposure 2, right next to the elevator construction elevator. No less than 6 inches for exposure 3 as well. Exposure 4 in this area. This guy did a good job. I agree that they did a good job here. It's all covered, no missing parts. It's really what I like to see is that you see these empties, but I don't care about that. But I like when they had this overflowing material and they had to cut it, so they don't. They are not cheap with the application. They apply enough materials. Sometimes they just keep a thin layer and it doesn't overflow the stud. In those cases, this empty gets down the minimum specified. So you see here, it's coming overflowing. So they didn't go cheap on the application. They didn't go lousy on the application. They went full blast on the application. We have here exposure 3, exposure 2, no less than 6 inches as well. For this inspection, foam or exterior wall foam application inspection. First, you need to go to the drawings, to the approved drawings by the DOB. You go to the mechanical drawings, architectural drawings. You go for wall types specified in the architectural drawings. You go for the wall type construction, and in those details, they're gonna detail the architect, the engineer is gonna specify what is the R value, what is the fire construction rated value of the wall. So it's gonna require either 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, whatever it is from foam insulation. Every inch of foam insulation, depending on what it reads on the material certificate, it will be 3.9 to 4.1 R per inch. So if we had 6, no less than 6 times 4 is gonna be 24, the value. So that complies with the fire rated construction for this wall type. And that's what you have to check as an inspector, that the application for insulation complies with the R value specified in compliance with the code and specified on the drawings.